We welcome Jim Petulla to the program. He's an education reform advocate. He's the founder of and CEO of Recording Radio and Film Connection. He's here to talk about the success of his Renaissance mentor apprenticeship method. That's a method of education and job placement. How did this come about?
Basically, I worked at 3 or 4 different radio stations.
Doing what?
As a disc jockey. I was on the air.
Where I started.
Yeah, you know, the entry-level midnight shift, the whole thing. And
yeah, we know that.
My thing is, Larry, education is, you know, I don't know. In fact, I brought a few facts that I looked up. I mean, 12 million people a year take out student loans, according to the Almanac of Higher Education. Unemployment for college graduates is at an all-time high. That's from Forbes. The average student debt right now is over $40,000. Many owe after they graduate $100,000 from Forbes. A third of college graduates say that they would have been better off working than even going to college. And what my concept is all about is getting in that door. It's the age-old apprenticeship approach in learning. I've got about a 70% job placement rate because they're in the door already.
When I was a kid, I never went to college. I knocked on doors at small stations in Miami and got a job as a disc jockey, and I just wanted to be in radio. And I learned on the job.
What I like about what we do with the concept is, let's say you call us and you want to be a recording engineer and you live in Miami. What's great, Larry, is we get you an interview. You pay no money yet, and you go to an interview first. And many times the the chief engineer says, "Look, Jimmy, this guy's doesn't have an ear. He can't do it."
You contact people all over the country.
All over the country, and you can only get in if you're accepted. Now, if you're accepted, you pay a tuition, and our tuitions are under $10,000. And what's great is you train for 6 months one-on-one as an apprentice. So you're not an intern. You're actually learning.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where are you based?
We're based out of Los Angeles here.
And how many people work for you?
We've got a staff of about 30 people, and we do
wow.
Yeah, we do about 80 to 100 students a month.
No kidding.
Yeah,
they're all over the country.
All over the country, and in Canada.
You're not teaching them there.
No,
they're learning at stations.
Yeah, my belief is the best teacher, Larry, is an eminent working professional. You know, if you want to learn something, learn from someone who pays their rent doing it.
Now, who mentors?
Typically, the program director of the station or the chief engineer of the recording studio. What I'm really amazed about, Larry, is we find that people like to be mentors. I mean, I've had guys from ESPN radio that they don't need to do this.
I love helping people.
Yeah, and
so you called it Recording Radio and Film Connection. That's a wide area.
Yeah, Recording Radio Film Connection, yeah. So same thing with film. If you want to be a film editor, if you want to be a DP, you know, you can go to these art schools and spend, you know, $100,000 to $300,000. And the problem is you get out and typically no job.
This is an amazing concept. Is there any other program like yours?
No, not that I know of.
I never heard of this.
No.
Now, you must know tons of radio and TV and recording people around the country, right?
Yes, yes.
So they take your call.
They take my call. Yeah, and what's great is exactly, and what we find is we hook up new mentors every day.
How do people know about you?
They know about us mostly from the internet, you know, now. I mean, when I started off, I was, you know, doing the little classified ads in Rolling Stone, get into radio, get into recording, you know.
And how do people contact you?
They can contact us at recordingconnection.com or radioconnection.com or filmconnection.com.
So any one of the three. You're very enterprising.
Yes.
What percentage of your students get full-time jobs?
I'll tell you, we have at least a 65% job placement rate, Larry.
Great. You run into any criticism of this idea?
We know, it's funny, I mean, at first people look at it like this is too good to be true. You're going to get me into a real recording studio. You're going to get me into a record company. But what's great is the fact that we actually get them an interview and they get to, you know, their mom and dad can come and they get to talk to the program director or the chief engineer. That really shows that we're for real.
That's a great idea. When I started, college wasn't necessary. Now they say it's necessary to go to college. You're saying you don't have to go to college.
I got to tell you, Larry, listen, I have two, I'm putting 2 sons right now now through college. I have I'm happy to do it because I can afford to do it. I have a son going to a prestigious art school in New York. He's a photographer, painter. Larry, it's 70 grand a year, not counting meals. Luckily, I can afford it for him. Now, he's got 2 roommates. He's a freshman at this school. He's got 2 roommates that are getting student loans out. So these kids are going to come out of there owing $300,000 to work at at a photography. You know what I mean? It's just the education's great, but where we're missing it is on the job placement end. You know, these kids get out, and you know, when you start in radio, music, recording, film, it's bottom of the ladder. It's you know, and I've often found. You know, I was fortunate to have lunch a couple weeks ago with Hans Zimmer. You know who Hans is? Of course. Biggest film composer. He's looking at taking on some apprentices. And Hans said that, you know, of course, he's over the years taken interns from a lot of these prestigious schools. And he says, Jimmy, when they come in, and I hear this time and time again from mentors, Larry, he's got to undo what they learned.
In this specialty area right now, probably in top management positions, you're going to need a master's in business, right? You got to go to the Wharton schools.
Things like
You're
that,
not knocking that.
But for a lot of careers, no. But for things like
this career, you don't need college. I'm telling you, you don't. I'm the biggest proof of that. Do you expect to expand this to other types of industries?
We are. We're just starting culinary, which is interesting. Yeah, and we've actually done the research already so far with it. We just launched the website Culinary Connection. We contacted 50 restaurants around the country to see if we could find mentors, and 30 plus, some of them said we'd absolutely like to do it. So it's the same concept where you would train in a real restaurant during the downtime, one-on-one with a chef.
Most successful people like to help other people.
I have found that out.
True?
Absolutely. You know what I've discovered is, like I said, people love to be mentors.
I salute you, Jim.
Thank you.
Now give me where people contact you.
They can get us at recordingconnection.com, radioconnection.com, or filmconnection.com.
Jim Petulla, thank you, man.
Great to meet you, Larry. Thank you.